Do you feel like you've lost a step? Are you tired of not getting to the ball? What if I told you that by having more efficient footwork, you can move faster without actually being faster? Hi, my name is Jeremy. I'm with Fundamental Tennis. If you find value in this video, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications bell. You're going to learn the moves the pros do, how to practice these footwork moves, and how to do them. I'm going to show you the footwork for a deep ball, a wide ball, and the footwork you need after you hit your serve. This video will improve your balance, your ball control, and your recovery. Let's get started. Let's now talk about the footwork you need after you have just hit your serve. Missing the first shot after you served is one of the most commonly missed shots in tennis, and that's largely because you don't get ready after you hit your serve. You don't get ready physically and mentally. So what I'm talking about is most people will serve, and then they just stand there. They don't get behind the baseline, they don't split step, they're not in an athletic position, they're on their heels, and they're admiring their shot. So just standing there is often a symptom of admiring the shot. What does that mean? It means you're thinking things like, maybe, did my serve go in? That's a good serve, I don't think it's coming back. These are reactive mindsets, and that's going to cause you to be flat-footed. It's important you assume your serve's going in, assume a tough return is coming back, and you need to know how to move properly after you serve so that you can maximize your speed and get to balls you didn't think you could get to. So watch here closely. I'm a righty. I'm going to show you right now the footwork after you serve. How do you move to get ready for the next shot? I'm a righty. My left foot is my front foot. So I'm going to land on my left foot. Now notice my right foot comes in and I push off the ground with this right foot. As I push off, my left foot, my back foot here, is going to take a step back, and then I'm going to do the split step. Let me show you one more time, and then you'll see I'm going to show you a couple drills to help you learn this footwork on your own. So as a righty, land on the left, follow through with the right, push off the right, left goes back, and then split. So that's a left, left split footwork pattern. So as a lefty, it's going to be a right, left, right split. Once again, after you serve, you need to get ready with the feet, and that starts with the head. Get ready for the toughest return you can think of so that you are active with the footwork. So once again, it's important you move the feet after the serve because you're going to lose a lot of points if you do not move your feet. In this first progression of working on the footwork after the serve, I'm going to use several throwdown dots here. I'm going to put them on the ground to use as a reference so I know where to put each foot. You can use anything you want as a visual to put on the ground as long as it's safe. This is good for visual learners, of course, and then kinesthetic learners as well, because you're going to feel the dot under your foot if you're stepping in the correct place. So, no racket in this first progression, because the racket having to swing and do the footwork is quite difficult. You'll probably overthink if you do that. So I'm first going to find my place where I like to stand, and then I'm going to put the first dot under my front foot, and then the next dot I'm going to put a little bit in front of the baseline. That's where I like to land, and this one is where my right foot pushes off the ground, and these two of course are the split step dots. So you can cross your arms or you can put your arms wherever you want. It doesn't matter much. And when you're ready, you're going to get into your knee bend, push off, land on the left, right, left, split. So the dots are there, so it makes it quite difficult to mess up, but I'm sure it'll take you a couple tries maybe. And then notice I did it pretty slow. I would start slow, don't do it as fast as you can at the beginning. I'm going to do this rep a little bit faster. The left, right, left, split, okay? It's not a big deal if your foot doesn't go exactly on the dot. It's just there for a visual so you remember what to do. So once again, left, right, left, split. You put the dots on the ground. You think about what you're going to do before you do that little exercise, and then you do it. So that is the first progression. Next progression, we're going to add the racket. We're going to start slow doing this footwork pattern the first couple reps since we've added the racket to get in my stance. Show you one demonstration. Boom, okay? So try a few reps of that, and then lastly, you're going to do it with a ball and with no dots, okay? So once again, it's no racket. Use the visuals put on the ground. Next progression is with the racket, no ball. Next progression is no dots or no visuals on the ground, and you add the ball with the racket. The next footwork pattern is extremely common at a high level. You see the pros do this all the time. When you're on defense at the baseline and you receive a wide, fast, low ball, you usually hit this near the alleys, and you're going to use a dynamic footwork. It's not a static footwork. You have to move while hitting because the ball has pulled you so wide that you don't have time to set your feet. If you do have time to set your feet, you do not want to use this footwork. Okay, so once again, low, wide ball. The ball is fast. You have to hit it while moving laterally left or right. This is the footwork that you need. So to practice this defensive footwork, I'd like you to get 4 visuals and put them near the alley, as most of these shots are done near the alleys. And we're going to use the 2 left dots here. I'm going to put my left foot on the furthest one, my right foot here. I've got a racket in this progression. I'm going to set my backswing, my preparation. Notice how my weight is on my right leg here. You can tell because the heel of my left foot is up. Now from here, when I'm ready, I'm going to swing, and as I initiate my swing, I'm going to bring my left foot to the yellow dot and my right foot to the green dot. And at the end, you'll see when I land, my weight is now on the left foot. So right now the weight's on my right foot. Now check this out. Now the weight is on my left foot. Okay, this way I can push off to the left in the direction of where I want to recover to, okay? So it's the same thing with the 2-handed backhand, same thing with the 1-handed backhand. So I'm going to demonstrate 2 hands, load on the left foot. So now I'm going this way. I load on the left, and when I'm ready, the swing initiates my movement. And notice how I finish with the weight on my right foot. Try to hold the finish and check the finish. I'll show you a 1-handed backhand. My weight is on my left foot as I'm moving in this direction. And then I'm just going to bring the left foot to the green and the right foot to the red. See that? So you can see I finish again with my weight on the right foot. So if you just remember which foot to load on and which foot you should finish most of your weight on, you're going to figure this out, okay? Once again, you need to use the visuals, otherwise you're probably going to be overthinking. Let me demonstrate one more time with the forehand. Load on my right foot, I swing, and I finish with the weight on the left foot. So in full speed, if I'm going to recover as well, it's going to look something like this. So you can see how fast that was. Again, I had a player recently worked on this footwork pattern. It was amazing how much faster she was just by having efficient footwork, as opposed to extra steps, unnecessary steps, the wrong steps. Progression 2 to this contact move, if you have a partner, you're simply going to have them drop the ball for you, right next to you, while you do the same exercise that we just did. So the partner would drop you the ball, and then boom, and then repeat. But if you don't have a partner, you could do this by yourself. Just watch as I do, exact same as progression 1, except now there's a ball involved. Hopefully I use enough spin to get it over this camera. So check this out. Okay, make sure you toss it away from the body, and then as you swing forward, boom, okay? Now the next progression after that would be to add some movement in which you're not starting already prepared. So you start in the middle of the court, preferably close to the service line and you have a partner toss you a ball or hit you a ball, or you could use a ball machine, and you move out and you perform the move. Again, this is important that you're receiving the correct ball so that it makes sense to use this footwork. You need to be doing this footwork when you are moving while hitting. So the ball is so wide that I have to move towards that sideline while I hit. If you're static and you're not moving, your feet are set, then you're not going to use this footwork pattern. I don't want you guys to use this at the wrong time. So again, use this with the racket, the exercise, and then add a ball, and then add some movement, add more movement, go to the baseline, do the same from there. The last footwork pattern I want to talk about is when you're at the baseline area and you're receiving a high, deep ball. How do you move to the ball so you can get to the hitting position as quickly as possible? And what is the contact move or the footwork during contact to allow yourself to have good balance and really create a quality shot? First, I want to talk about the movement to that deep ball. So how do we move back to prepare for that deep ball? So after we come out of the split step, we want to use our left foot. We're assuming that you are right-handed, and I'm talking about the forehand in this instance. After the split, we're going to use the left foot to step in the opposite direction of where I want to move to. So I'm going to use my left foot to go here so I can push off the ground and go in this direction. So it sounds a little crazy, but you want to step in the opposite direction in order to go very quickly in the other direction. So here is what I'm talking about in full speed. Split, use that. See how fast I got there? Once again, split, my left foot goes that way so that I can move backwards that way. Split, do that. That's the fastest way to get moving back. Now, after you do this step, what happens? Many of you are backpedaling. Number one is that's dangerous, and number two, that's going to be slow. And many of you, more commonly, are shuffling to this ball. Now, if the ball's not that far away, it's okay to shuffle. But shuffling is much slower than the correct footwork. If the ball is really deep, you want to use crossover steps, which are similar to running steps, although you keep your eyes forward looking at the ball that you're receiving. So let me show you in kind of slow speed here. A split, step forward so that I can move, push off. This is the crossover step, okay? Let me do it again. I'm going to look at the camera. You don't want to be looking back there when you're receiving the ball. So here, to see how much ground I covered with just one step there. So it's important that you use that left foot after the split, if it's a forehand in this example, to push off, use the crossover, okay? For a backhand, after the split, it's going to be the right foot, and then once again, running. Think of it as running steps. It's similar to running, just keep the eyes at the ball. No backpedaling, no shuffling, step in the opposite direction, running steps, eyes on the ball. That is how we get to the ball. The first progression to the contact move of the deep ball that you're receiving is to start with your right foot only on the ground. This is for a righty and a forehand. Your heel, your left foot is up, and then you're going to swing, and as you swing forward, you're going to raise your left knee up, okay? So I'm here, and simultaneously I'm going to hop off the ground, okay? Again, this is progression one. So I'm here, I feel like a ninja right now. So I'm only on my right foot, I'm going to swing, and then land only on my right foot again. And notice how the left knee comes up. That's important for balance and alignment. One more time. Right foot only, left foot is up. When I'm ready, I'm going to swing. As I swing forward, I hop off of my right foot and land on only the right foot. Notice the knee is up. If you can hold that landing position, that would be great. Okay, so you push off the ground with just the right foot, and then you're going to land on just the right foot. And again, while you're in the air, that left knee needs to come up towards your chest to help with your balance. Now, the progression for this, the next progression would be if you could have a coach or a friend, or you could use a ball machine as well. Have it come deep and high, and you're going to use that footwork, the crossover steps, and then work on that back foot hop there. Really just focus on jumping off the right foot and then landing on the right foot. So backhand, it's the same thing whether you have two hands or one hand. So push off the left, land on the left. So it's just opposite. Right knee comes up for balance. Watch again. There's a one-hander for you. Okay? So these are moves, again, that you'll see on the Pro Tour all the time. If you watch a tennis match, I guarantee you see it at least several times. Look out for that, especially on the men's tour. They use more spin. They back up more often from the baseline, so you're going to see them doing that contact move. So try to check out these moves with the pros on TV. Try out these moves. You can be your own coach. You can get a coach to help you. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know if you have some challenge with this or if it really helped you. Let me know if you found value in this video. And once again, this is Jeremy with Fundamental Tennis. Please make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in next week's video.